So, over the weekend and yesterday, I watched 6 game showcases with the intent of discussing some of the games um, that they showed off during them that I'm excited about, and that was what I had hoped to talk about, uh, yesterday or today. But honestly, I just I was a little put off by all of them. I know that it was my decision to watch them, but I just, E3 had its problems, and I understand that, they can't all be combined the way they used to be, but it just felt, I don't know, I just don't have the same sort of excitement for them that I used to when I would watch them in previous years. There was a lot of games that have previously been announced and discussed already. There was a lot of deep dives into peculiar elements of games, like there's the quadruple A pirate game, and there was a long segment about the effort that was put into making the water realistic, which, I do understand, like with a pirate game, sure, the water being realistic is an important facet of it, like for selling realism, but I mean, the game has its problems that aren't water. So it was a peculiar choice to just go into great detail about how much work was put into an element that isn't important if the gameplay's not there, you know? And sorry. Something that really, I think kind of, um, didn't sit well with me is, like, I'm a big fan of indie games. I love that they're a space where new ideas can be explored and tested without the big, huge budget and risk, that comes with, like, AAA games, and, some of my favorite games are indies because they do really cool concepts and interesting ideas that, like, don't really work as, like, a giant game anyway. Like, it's you know, uh, they're just they're more focused and smaller scale, and that makes them great often. But, um, with the decision of Ubisoft, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, um, Steam, everybody to have their own individual showcases. Nobody wanted to show off competitors. Everybody wanted their own exclusives. And the length of all of the shows was really padded. And the way that they did that was showcasing a glut of indies, which is great. And I'm so glad for the individual publishers and development teams that work on these games that they got a spotlight that they normally couldn't like afford to be able to have, right? Like the audience of these games announcement shows are enormous, and having your small game with your small studio having that sort of exposure could be life changing for them, and I'm glad that that happened. I'm not saying that they're a bad thing. I'm just saying that seeing so many of them over such a short span of time started making like them, even though they all had their own individual um features and selling points and some passion project that somebody spent a really long time working on and was trying to showcase, they just started feeling the same. It just started being this cozy, samey color palette. And it was like, oh, is this a walking sim narrative that explains some person's personal story that they like got into game development to tell? Or is this a cozy farm sim? Or is this a cozy adventure farm sim? Like, is this, oh, it's a cozy roguelike. It's a cozy, dungeon crawler. It's a cozy platformer. Like, I love, I love a good, I won't say boring, but I will say, I like a game that lets my mind rest because, like, there's enough like fast-paced stress and anxiety in the rest of my life that I don't, I don't need that always in a game. And when I do, I choose games that do that well instead, right? Like, I'd rather play a fast-paced action like first-person shooter or like something with a horde mode or something with PvP if I want that fast-paced adrenaline rush. And then sometimes I just want to like unwind and like, and play like a strategy game or a city builder or like something kind of relaxing. And there's 100% a place for that. But like just seeing so many of them, and I'm glad they're being made. I'm glad that, I hope each one finds its own like niche audience. It just did them all a disservice putting them all together because one stood out to me amongst all of them. There was this game called Jutaro, and it was like this small development team used stop motion to like make the character. I like played the demo. It was a lot of fun. Um and it's a shame because usually I'm like, I mean, I've been playing game demos for like the past week or so. I'm gonna upload some of them to like my Let's Play channel because some of these games are really cool and it was exciting to get to play them, right? But I'm saying like why did only one stand out when I saw easily 90 of them, right? Like I feel like um the decision to not showcase any other AAAs, and to break these, showcases into so many different parts all at the same time, um, just did all the games a disservice because, um, you know, it stopped being, "Is Dragon Age 4 gonna suck?" And it started being, "Oh, look, here's their zombie game. Here's their zombie game. Oh, look, here's their action game. Here's their action game. Here's their military simulator. Here's their military simulator." Like, it stopped being, let me spend some time excited that this game I wanted, I've played in the past has a new entry and I'm excited about it. And it just started feeling like, okay, here's this version of that. Here's their version of this. And it's strange, that instead of taking the focus off their competition, it's almost been highlighted, at least for the people that watched multiple showcases. But honestly, like, I think most people, just with, not wanting to take on 9 hours of commercials effectively, are just going to look up the trailer for, like, the 1 or 2 games they were excited about and have missed all of the other games. Like, at least that's how I feel like it's gonna go for most people. Like, I'm excited that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is gonna be out, but I already knew about that, and a lot of the games have already been, like, announced. So, just knowing that they were gonna reveal some more information about it wasn't that great. One good thing I saw is that a lot of the games in, most of them, do have release dates, and a lot of them aren't several years out. There wasn't any, Elder Scrolls 6 situations where they're like doing a teaser years before they've even started development on it. So it's good to see more of that. Um, I forget games are even coming if it's been like a long time. Like there was people saying, "Hey, Mass Effect's been taken off ice a couple of years ago," and then they went quiet again. And you know, I don't feel like it's the same BioWare that made the games that I love by them, so I'm not even thinking about if there's gonna be another Mass Effect. I mean, I'll still play it, but I don't have the same level of excitement for it that I would've, if things had gone differently, if they had never made Anthem, you know? I just, I I don't know, I hope it's not just me. I mean, I'm still excited about a lot of games. There's a, there was a lot of games that are coming out day one on like the Xbox Game Pass, and there was a lot of like Ubisoft games that had ridiculously steep prices, but were included in the Ubisoft subscription thing. Um, so I saw like a big push for just just sign up monthly for games instead of even worrying about buying individual titles anymore. And I don't know. Yeah, I've got my feelings on that. But but no, I mean, I saw I saw a lot that I had a lot of feelings about, and I I sort of plotted out how I would like to talk about the individual games and realized that I would also be doing them a disservice to try to lump them all together in one video. So I'd rather take some time and sit with the ones that I'm excited about individually than to just smash together my thoughts on all of them the same way that the showcases ended up doing. I don't know. Did you watch any of the showcases? Like, are there games like you already knew about? Were there any new ones? If you did, were there any new ones that you discovered? Like, or is it about what you were expected? I'm curious how anybody else took it, or like, did you save yourself hours and just watch like videos about them? Or like read an article or something? I don't know. I just I used to I used to look forward to hearing about new games from series that I was already excited about, and I just something about this year left me I don't know, it left me thinking about the presentation instead of what was being presented, and I'm just curious if anybody else felt that way. Take care.